Yeah, peace and blessing, family. Okay, so I'm going to pick up from where I left off in this process toward perfection that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is bringing us through and bringing us up to. And really, we have to understand that this is a process, and we have to be willing to go through the process. Some people are willing to stay where they are, while others are willing to change. Right? So here is a person who is one what they are. They lie, cheat, steal. They smoke, drink, fornicate. They do all of that. You introduce them to a process and they say, I don't want that. I don't want that. I see persons in that process who are not right. And then the process becomes judged by me because I'm in the process, but I may still lie. I may still drink. I may still do something that I should be evolving from, or I should have evolved from within the process, but because I personally have not evolved, persons may judge the process and use me as the example of what the process is. Okay, so here we are. Listen to what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan says on page 38. Remember, we are in Closing the Gap. Now, I say that to say the minister and the nation are evolving toward perfection. Jesus said, be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. If Jesus is telling a disciple to be perfect, it means he is Lord and Master of the evolutionary process that will lead the disciple to where the Master is. When the disciple is in transition and the Master is hidden, but the Master's hand is on the disciple, then the disciple is in a period that is considered dangerous because the Master is not there physically, so that you can keep your eyes on the Master and grow with the Master. But the Master is there, only you can't see the Master's hand. But how can the Master be there and his hand not there? The Master is there in what he has given to the disciple, to carry the disciple through. But remember, these are stages. So growth, change, transition. There can be no growth without change. Let me say that again. There can be no growth without change. I have to be willing to change in order for me to have growth. So when an individual says, as some stay, this is who I am, you can't get to where you are destined to go. I can't go to where I am destined to go holding on to my old self or my own self. I have to be willing to let go of my old self in order to make the transition to another level. So people have their own personalities. That's natural. I have my own personality, depending on where you get your personality from, because your personality can be something developed within your environment, whether it be your home environment or the society in which you grew up, or even the environment of the womb. You can develop traits, characteristic traits, based on all of these different environments that helps to nurture us or nurture us. So this is it. What is a personality? The root word of personality is persona. And in the word persona is the word mask. So every personality is a mask. And behind every mask is a character. I wonder if I am being clear on this. So we are role playing in our character. Because remember, when you take on a character, you are role playing. So who do you think that you are? And based on who, the perception that you have of self is your mask that you wear, is the personality that you display. And Allah, God, does not want us in any personality other than his own. What did you just say, brother? Am I supposed to change who I am? Yes. This is what Paul, this is how Paul says it. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed. So I can't be here saying I am a what? Some people say I am a gangster, I am a shatter, I am a gallus, I am a dancer. All of that, none of that can be what we are. That's what you do, but not who you are. Who we are, in the deepest sense, inherently, in the core of our being, is a God. That's who we are. So all the characters that we display that are not that, those masks must be taken off and thrown away. And whatever hindrance or hindrances we have that's altering the process, and sometimes the mask becomes the hindrance because we can't see ourselves transitioning out of our character. beyond the mask. We can't take off the mask that we wear. Have you ever heard the saying, beauty is only skin deep? The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan says beauty is never what you see on the outside, but beauty always rests within. So you have men who wear this persona of being Prince Charming. See, I have what every woman wants, and I'm going to give every woman what they want. You have women, girls who sees themselves as beauty, the most attractive, the most beautiful thing on the planet, and that is what they display. I'm going to display who I am. And what are you, sister? I am 32, 30, 32. I don't know the measurements, so if I make it a fool with the measurements, you understand, because I don't have those measurements, right? But I am breast, I am hips, I am legs, I am thighs. See me here, look at me, and lust men. I'm gonna make you lust until you can't. Sister, that's not who you are. You are the woman of God that's taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And when you even think like that, you reduce yourself to an object, a thing to be looked at, a thing to be desired, a thing to be lust after, but not a serious creation of God. Because as a serious creation of God, your role, sister, is to be an help meet to the male. Remember when God made Adam, he saw that Adam needed a help meet, not an helpmate, a help meet. So where are you going, Adam, that you need someone to help you to meet that objective? I am going towards the originator. I'm going towards the creator. I'm going towards what my nature is. And that is to be a demonstration of the total will, way of God. And a woman who comes into my life should assist me, help me to meet with my Creator, to become one with Him in reflecting Him. But we are getting lost in the process. Now remember, we have obstacles set up in our way to prevent us from reaching perfection, because Satan is real. And if Satan is real, Satan is going to set up obstacles. Satan knows that there's a natural inclination for the male towards the female, and a natural inclination from the female to the male. So what he does is that he brings us down to where our low desires are. So now we can't focus on the higher self. Remember, I stated in part 1 that on every level is another devil. These devils are the trials that comes up within our path to deter us from completing the process. in her review, exegesis if you will, Sister Diane spoke about everybody coming in with a different need. So when I came in to the Nation of Islam, I had a need. My need was not yours. I had a need to be fulfilled. I had a desire. I was either looking for something or looking to let go off of something, because sometimes the need is not what you want. Sometimes the need is what you don't want. So I don't want to be doing this, and I can't stop it by myself. So if I can come into a process that can assist me in letting go off of this burden that I'm carrying, then I will be able to become the person that God wants me to become. So you come with a need to be fulfilled. What's your need? I need a woman. Sister, what's your need? I need a man. What's your need? I need some money. And I hear these Muslims talking about money and luxury and good home and friendship in all walks of life. So if I come into this process, maybe I can make some money. What's your need? I need to be a better person. What's your need? I need to stop smoking. What's your need? I need to stop chasing women. What's your need? I need to stop drinking. So it's not only, the process is not only by getting something. Sometimes the process is by letting go off of something. But I'm in the process for a year. Still don't get no husband. No brother looking at me. That's what the sister is saying. Or if it's a brother, sister not there. Can't find any Muslim sister. Or I can't find the kind of woman that I want. So if my need is not being fulfilled, what do I got to do? Got to get water from the moon. No. So if I can't get my need fulfilled here, then what am I doing here? I've been here 3 years and things getting worse. Thought that I would have gotten some money. Thought that some believers would have given me an handout to help me to, accomplish this goal that I have. But it look like them looking for something more than be able to help me. Ask Brother Clive the other day to help me pay my light bill, and look like he would have take some money from me to help pay a fee light bill. Them not better off than me. Them can't help me. So we become blinded or blindsided by what the process is. What is the process? The process is leading to perfection. And it is a process. Nobody promised you perfection overnight. And nobody could have told you that if you were not willing to make this transition, and within that transition the obstacles will come up and you will have to overcome them. You will have to go over them, go around them, go under them, but never lay down in front of them. Nobody told you that within the process that seeds would not be planted to choke out this beautiful, potentially rose that you are. But if the nurturing process does not take place and the weeding process does not take place and you do not allow the sunlight of God's truth to shine on you constantly, all the time, because it's not Brother Clive who is going to be responsible to come and weed out the bad seeds or bad weeds that are planted in your mind. You will have to be your own nurturer. So even though the guide, the shepherd, will not be walking with you side by side, hand in hand, you will have to take what he has given you of guidance to allow the sunlight to come through always, constantly. So what do I do? How do I do that, Brother Clive? Turn on YouTube if you have to and listen to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Go into the message to the black man. Go into the fall of America. Go into how to eat to live. Because if you find yourself getting overweight, if you find yourself eating more than one meal per day, and you know that the process towards perfection sometimes is not just by acquiring something, but it is sometimes by losing something. Sometimes if you have to lose the fat, you lose the fat. If you have to lose the urge, the appetite, the desire, you lose that and build yourself, develop yourself, continue along the process, because you don't reach until you have earned your degree. And what is my degree, Brother Clive? Because I failed the first examination. What was your first examination? Well, Brother Clive, to tell you the truth, a handsome brother came along in a nice car, and I forgot all about what was taught to me because the hand of the guide was not there. Okay. All right then. That's understood. Well, Brother Clyde, this beautiful young lady, she crossed my path. She crossed my path, brother. I was going along the road, and I was going along focused. I was intending to come on to study group on Friday night, and I was intending on coming on to the reading class, but she crossed my path, brother. And she had a shorts on, brother. And brother, you cannot imagine, brother. You can't fathom in your mind what she looked like. And she crossed my path. So when you didn't see me anymore, that's the reason why you didn't see me. Oh, brother, somebody made me an offer. And I really had needs. And the offer that came to me, brother, I couldn't let that offer pass because you couldn't help me. See, my house was about to foreclose on me. And, my car, I was about to lose my car. Or I was about to, and I lost my job, whatever it is. So, Brother Clive, you can talk a good talk, brother, but the reality is the reality. And where is God? In the reality. Do we believe that we can be successful without overcoming the obstacles? Do we believe that we can reach the journey without overcoming the obstacles? Chapter 29 of the Holy Quran, the spider, says, do men think that they will be left alone and saying we believe and will not be tried, when others before you were tried, so that Allah will know those who are true and He will know the liars? This is what the trials does. So, in my conclusion, dear brothers and sisters, I'm saying to us that in order for us to transition to the other levels and to overcome the devils as they come up, and to show growth, we have to change. We have to pull the mask off. Not the ones they tell us that we should wear when we're going into the supermarkets or in the stores. That's not the one I'm talking about. It's the personality that you use, the ego that you wear to project or portray, and the image that you make up about yourself. That is not you. That's not me. The image you and I make up of ourselves are flawed characters. These masks are not attractive. You want to know what true character is? True character is love. True character is kindness. True character is mercy. True character is forgiving. True character is long suffering. You want to know what true character is? Study the 99 attributes of Allah and take on those 99 attributes, because we will never be what and who we are supposed to be unless we allow Allah to be formed inside of the self. And whenever we see these devils popping up, because they are there, see, in our call to prayer, it says, Aya Allah Salah, come to prayer. But there's also the call, Aya Al Falah, come to success, or come to cultivation. So we are always in the process of cultivation, always heading towards our degree, master's degree, PhD degree. And until we get there, and the process is never complete until it's complete. And as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan says, that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught him, you don't judge a man in life, or a man's testimony is not written when he's alive. His testimony is written in death, because who you are at the end is what you are, not who you were when you joined. So I joined, and I was a Muslim at one point, but I went back to being the image that I make up of myself. Notice I didn't say you went back to being yourself, because there is no self outside of God. There is only an image that you make up about yourself. And you have images formed into you by what is placed into you. Oh, brother, you know that's not who you are. Sister, you know that's not who you are. Who you are is this. And here is an image being placed on you by a force outside of your own self. By somebody outside of your own self. Well, the voice is in your head that keeps talking to you and telling you who you are and what you should do and what you shouldn't do. Are those voices the voices of God? Is that the voice of God telling you what it is telling you? Does the voice of God change you ever off of a righteous course? Well, I don't need no religion. I don't have to have no religion. What is religion? Re represents again, and lesion, Asian, is to connect. So religion is really to connect back to who you were are back to your original self. See? So, Brother Malcolm says we turn to drugs and alcohol because we are trapped. We know no way out. So we are looking for an escape. But he said these are false escapes. These are not real escapes. These are false escapes. Then he said the Honorable Elijah Muhammad offers us a real escape. So the most Honorable Elijah Muhammad is not offering you religion. He's offering you a bridge to transition over, across, from darkness into light, from madness into sanity. And I'm saying, if we came to Islam, it must have been a reason that we came. There must have been something that we knew we needed to change. And the process became somehow became hectic. And we didn't think that we could complete the process, and so we faltered along the way. We fell along the way. But if you fall, get up, dust yourself off, pick yourself up. Brothers and sisters, you can be anything that you desire to be. You can stop where you are, or you can continue the process of growth and change and mastery over the urges or over the lower self. Just hold on to the description of the higher self and keep evolving, keep growing, keep transitioning, keep making the change. And I end on this note. During this period of transition, those who watch the man in transition may have a tendency to be judgmental. They are not sure of who he is. They are not sure of where he is. They are not sure of where he is going. The only thing they understand is where they were and the level of comfort that they had where they were. This can sentence them to stand where they were or where they are, then misjudge the man in transition before he gets to where Allah wants him to go. So close the gap, brothers and sisters, with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and your Nation of Islam, and overcome all obstacles in your path. That's a part of our fruit code. It says the fruit is the best because he's constantly training and conditioning himself to meet, not to run away from, not to turn back, but to meet and overcome. You are always preparing yourself, training yourself, conditioning yourself. And there's a thing in training that the Germans use that they call autogenic conditioning. So internally you condition your mind as to where you want to go. So you condition your mind to be a winner and never a loser. You condition your mind to be successful. You condition your mind to end the race and not fall down within the transition of the race. Not run out of breath because you can't go any further. Not fall down because your legs give out. No, because you train and condition yourself. The behavioral scientist, sociologist, they say, or there's this saying, that if you can see it, you can be it. But brothers and sisters, if you be it, you will see it. And all of us have it within us to be whatever we desire to be, as long as we desire to be it. Condition yourself to meet and overcome every obstacle that will come in your path. And sometimes the greatest obstacle is yourself, because the jinn that comes up within you, the voices that comes up within your head, sometimes it's voices that comes from persons externally that have said stuff to you that damages your perception of your brothers, damages your perception of your sister, damages your perception of the process. Get rid of those voices out of your head. Too many voices in your head. Listen to one voice. Listen to the voice of logic. Listen to the voice of reason. Listen to the voice of the Messiah. His sheep hear his voice and hearken not to another. May Allah bless us in the process to go through the transitionary periods where we don't get lost in the transition. No, but we make the growth. We change and we transition and take on another stage of growth. We change, we transition until the process is complete when we expire. When we breathe our last breath, then we can be guaranteed, I have finished the course. I have kept the faith. I accomplished what I set out to accomplish. I didn't die in no nightclub. I didn't die in adultery. I didn't die in fornication. I didn't die from my lungs collapsing because of smoke, or my kidney collapsing because of alcohol, or getting cancer because I refuse to follow the dietary principle of how to eat to live. Come to Elijah and submit to him. That's where our success lies. Assalamu alaikum.